One of my friends. He was going to do an open mic, and when he did the open mic, he did good, and then he emails. Then he tells me, Brian, you need to go up next time. I said, I ain't comedy funny. He said, you don't know? He said, you funny in real life? I'm like, because I'm real. But he was like, do it. I was like, all right, I'll give it a go. Oh, when I performed, I was hype as shit. I wasn't even nervous or nothing. I was just hype as hell, too excited. Didn't write not a damn thing down. I tried, but the more and more I started writing stuff, I'm like, this sounds dumb as shit. I know what I like. I know what's funny. So why do I think that what I write is funny? So I'm like, fuck it. I'm just gonna go up there and talk. And when I did, it came out pretty good. I'm like, get a hang of this shit. Dave Chappelle, Killing Me Softly. Cat Williams, Pimp Chronicles. What else I like? What's the other one? I wish I knew. I like Eric Spears. That's my guy. I don't know which special it was, but one I like that one. You know what I'm when he was doing, come on, get to the chopper now. I like that one. That was funny though. Martin, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I loved the new. It's new, but it came one of my favorites. The Carmichael Show, and then after the Carmichael Show, it's been more of watching serious movies and finding the funny in it. And that's always been my thing. Like, you ever watched what's the movie? Is it not Prestige? The one, the one with the one that kept calling everybody witches, the girls witches, the whatever that shit called, Prejudice, is what it's called, something like that.
The Prestige?
Yeah, Prestige.
Yeah, okay.
And it was funny. I was watching it, and the man, because the dialect is funny, and then when he said this little part, because the lady was trying to plead her case or whatever, and the guy said something, and then a man from out of nowhere says, "John Proctor, you are a brainless man." And it was so funny to me. Like, you just find just the weirdest shit, because it was like the timing was perfect. I was like, I just try to find the funny in anything. Chappelle, of course. If it wouldn't be Chappelle, it'll be Chappelle, Cat Williams, Bernie Mac. I like, who else I love? There's too many. I like Robin Williams, Mike Epps, just because he's so original. It seems like he don't even write shit down. He just goes in and just talk. Those guys. Oh, Cat Williams. This comedian from Atlanta who's gonna have a name, LeVar Walker. He's the opener of the opener. Like the Plastic Cup Boys for Kevin Hart. LeVar Walker opens up for the Plastic Cup Boys. So I said, man, you are opener for the opener. How did the hell that work out? Who else? DC Young Fly. I feel like he's just the best like roaster. Like, he's a Instagram sensation, but his bread and butter has always been roasting. Adam Sandler. I let Adam Sandler give me a go, because he's funny as hell. You watch Grown Ups or any movie he's been in, it's like, hey, it's funny as hell. I like that.
Awesome.
And then my cousin, he's not even a comedian, but he's my favorite comedian who was never a comedian, who should have been a comedian, because he was just that funny from 4 years old up until now, and he's a saved Christian, and he's still funny as hell, but he just don't curse no more. Well, right now I do acting. I do a lot of acting. I do a lot of web series right now. Like, there's one out right now that I'm in, Have a Nice Day, which was actually one of the top 10. What is it called? Binge watch. Yeah, it's one of the top 10 like black ones to watch. So I'm like, fucked up. They categorize it. But I'm a lawyer. I'm serious in this one, so it's dope. And I host. I like to entertain. I'm just an entertainer. Like my first bit of comedy was always like on a bus. I'm in the band, so if you got to make an hour and a half trip somewhere, I'm the guy who's in the back beating on the window, doing some song, trying to entertain them. Somebody's beating, I'm in the middle of the aisles, dancing, sliding up and down the aisles, getting in trouble for stuff like that. And it's that, sketching, never thought about doing that, but I wouldn't mind venturing all that. But it's always been acting, stand-up, and it's always been hosting. Because hosting, I don't write nothing down. It's all personality. So when it's personality, you get people to gravitate towards you. You have crowd control. And I done host some pretty damn good like events. So it's like when you have to be at Stankonia Studios, and if you're at the Sweet Auburn Fest in Atlanta, Georgia, which is the third largest in the Southeast, and you get people to like gravitate towards you and love you, want to hug you. Hey, could you do this? Could you do that? Could you do that? I want to follow you. I'm like, well, all right, cool. So I just like that because I like to interact with people. Too personal. Oh man, headlining, touring, fucking bad bitches. Yeah, making some decent money, but I see myself 5 years from now really putting in work and being booked and like seen by the masses, just because like all the comedians who's been up or who's gonna go up, or any comedian, I feel like everybody has a funny. The thing is, people just don't know. So your goal is to reach the masses some way, somehow. So if there's 10 billion people in the world, all you need is a tenth of them to actually rock with you. You don't even need a tenth, but you just need to at least get a tenth of them to be exposed to you. So if you can get 10 billion people to see you, out of 10 billion, a tenth of them is gonna like you. And then that'll give you consistent work, and then you'll do something you love, and it'll never be work, ever at all. Oh man, you can find me on Instagram at Just Bryan, number 2. That's JUS_BRYAN, number 2. And Facebook is just Bryan Ramey. And you can find me on Plenty of Fish. You can find me on Tinder. Hell, you can even find me on Groupon. And shoot, I'll fold your clothes. I'll even tell a few jokes on your steps. So yeah, you can find me on all of that stuff there. Oh, when I'm done, I want to make you look at it from the other side. Like if you saw my set earlier, it's funny to hear people talk about gay men all the time. They talk about gay men all the time. So I was like, man, I always hear about gay men. I don't ever hear them talk about like lesbians. So I come at another end. So I say, well, men got it hard out here dating more than women do. And women gonna disagree, but that's the trick of it. I'm getting you to disagree, so now you're like, I don't believe that shit. Let's hear what the fuck you got to say. Now I got you listening. So I say what I say about like dykes or studs is what we call them. They wear strap-ons under their skinny jeans so they dick print. I feel like, bitch, you cheat. That's fucked up. You can't look. You looking like a big pretty boy right now. It's fucked up. You're making it harder for us straight men out here who got average sized penises out there. So, yeah. So I just want you to look at it from the other side, and then I like to say witty things too. So it's like, oh yeah, I caught that. A hoe is a hoe. Like a tool hoe, it could be a hoe. Oh, yeah, I work at Home Depot. I know how to use a hoe. Both ways. Name's Bryan, just Bryan, man. I want to shout out to cutiepie.com. This is not a porn site or a date site. This is a real deal, Holyfield. Check me out. Shout out to my family, you fans, the people who log into it. Because when you get onto this thing, it's going to kick you in the back of the forehead, because that's what they do.